Good evening, Gemini ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I wanted to do this evening is just to go on and just give you a bonus reading, okay? Because this is the last day of your period here, all right? So what I like to do this evening is to give you a more of a special topics reading, and this reading will be a past life reading, okay? And basically, what I like to do is to identify who you possibly were and how you died or how you passed, as well as what you learned from having that past life experience. Okay? Rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, that this reading will not resonate for each and every one of you out there. But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope it offers you the information that you're seeking. Okay? If you have yet to subscribe to this channel, please take a few moments to do so now. Okay? And if this reading resonates as we go through it, be sure to like and share. Okay? What I'm going to do today, this evening, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be using a different tarot deck. Okay? To convey your messages to you. This is my shadow tarot deck here. So I'm going to go on and shuffle up here and see what comes up in terms of who you were, okay, and how you passed, okay. We're going to just look at a few areas here and just to give you some insight, particularly for those of you who do believe in reincarnation, okay. So Spirit, who was Gemini in a previous life here? How did Gemini die? What did Gemini learn from that experience? What challenges that Gemini face? And the lessons that they learn that they need to carry over into this particular lifestyle, or what lessons that they've learned that they need to bring over into this previous life, into this lifestyle. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's start off by just examining the card that fell to the bottom of the deck here. All right, we have let's see, where is this card? We have the Nine of Cups here. Okay. And with this card, ladies and gentlemen, this is suggesting that you were very sad. You were very lonely, it looks like. You were, it seems like many of you felt a sense of rejection that I'm kind of seeing here with this, with this particular card here. And it seems like that you really had a lot of unrealistic expectations about things here. So much so that it caused your ultimate demise here that I'm getting. Okay? I'm also feeling that because you had these unrealistic desires, it looks like that, they really never materialized. I feel that it looks like many of you were a bit addicted. It looks like it could be addicted to drugs, or, you were just drinking excessively, I'm getting here. Okay? And it seems that you constantly had these on again, off again type relationships, I'm kind of seeing here. Okay? That were kind of, superficial, and they seem to have ended, a bit fast, than they actually started here with this card here, with this Nine of Cups. Okay? And of course, this is associated with water signs. All right? So now let's go on and dive right on into your reading here and just get more specifics, ladies and gentlemen, about who you were and your family here. Wow, Gemini, the devil appears here. Okay, so it looks like, of course, this represents an earth sign, usually Capricorns. Okay, so some of you may have been an earth sign during this time period or whatever. I kind of feel that you were a very evil force, a very evil figure in your past life. Okay, it seems that you really cared very little for people when you kind of took no responsibility. I'm kind of getting for the harm that you seem to have caused to others. You were a narcissist. Okay, and you lived in the moment here. You was all about the flesh, living in pleasure here. And I feel that you were very oppressive. You were obsessed, arrogant, even possibly, as I already indicated to you, from this nine of cups there. Okay, overindulgent. Okay, because these are the shadow type energies that it seems that many of you suffered. Okay, I feel that you were, ladies and gentlemen, it appears you were your worst enemy. Okay, you constantly sabotage yourself. Okay, I feel that you really didn't know your worth and you didn't love yourself, it seems, back then. Okay, you were very greedy, materialistic, and you took life extremely, ladies and gentlemen, too seriously. You were very destructive, always involved. I'm seeing constantly get involved with, toxic type people, and it seems that you just didn't have a very good romantic experience I'm seeing here in that previous life. All right. So let's move right along and just look at, who you were, just to give further insight into that, and perhaps even your likely age range, okay, in that lifestyle. I mean, in that previous life, past life. You have the hermit. Okay, so the hermit, once again, it connects with what? Earth signs, right? So it certainly shows that you were older and wise person I'm seeing in this past life. You were very independent yet very lonely. Okay? Because this card shows, ladies and gentlemen, that you were very reclusive here. You shielded yourself from others. You almost as if you were like a ghost. You see how you're wearing this, the symbolism is showing here? Okay? That you were a loner. I'm kind of getting here. I also feel that you were just simply a self person. And you might have, some of you may have been a nun, a monk or a spiritual counselor or a teacher. Or you might have worked in research, ladies and gentlemen, or you did some lab work, okay, that I'm kind of getting here. Some of you may have been a tarotist or a psychic. Even though you were doing those things to somewhat help mankind here, I feel that you were constantly depressed, it seems. Okay? So let's move right along and let's look at, get some more specifics in terms of, you know, of additional professions that you guys may have been, working or involved in some way here. Okay? We have strength. Okay? Strength, as you know, connects with fire signs. Okay? So, adding on to what I've already indicated, some of you may have been a healer, an athlete, or you may have worked in a legal field. I'm kind of getting here. And in terms of what was your greatest strength or talent in that life here, because you have the strength card here, ladies and gentlemen, it would appear that your greatest strength was your intuition and your ability, ladies and gentlemen, to resolve situations, your resilience. Although at times I'm kind of feeling that you were very impatient and insecure. Other occupations might even include retail or, working as a sports therapist or doing something in martial arts for some of you, okay? So if you're feeling connected to any of those occupations, that's the reason why, ladies and gentlemen, it's because, well, this is what you did in a previous life. So let's move right along and look at what was your greatest victory, ladies and gentlemen, in that lifestyle. All right? Wow, we have the Empress. Interesting. Okay. And again, it connects with Earth signs. So you have a lot of Earth type energy. So I can guarantee you that in this lifetime, you've been attracting a lot of Earth type people or drawing a lot more so than any of the other signs that I'm kind of feeling for a lot of you in terms of, really having a sustaining type relationship. So having the Empress there, the Empress creates, right? So I feel that you were very creative with ideas. And whatever you did, it seems here, like I said, in terms of the occupations, as I've just mentioned here, it seemed that you helped mankind in some way. You were able, ladies and gentlemen, to heal people. And I feel strongly that many of you were a woman, it seems, because I'm getting very strong female energy, despite the fact whether you were a man or not in this life. You were a woman in that previous life, I'm kind of getting. Okay? So now let's move on to see what was your greatest challenge from that lifetime. Okay? Wow. We have temperance. All right. So this is associated with fire. You see all of that back sitting back there. So your challenge, it seems, was lust here, more so. And it seems, ladies and gentlemen, that your tolerance was a bit low and you were very impatient, I'm getting. You were, it seems that you were very flirty, again, lustful here. And many of you spent your money, it seems, as fast as you got it. And you also were overly indulgent in things again with this more so addictive type behavior. And I feel, ladies and gentlemen, that it was very difficult for you to let go and embrace change. You were very uncooperative and moody. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you see any of these energies surfacing in your life now, you're repeating the same patterns. Some of them that you probably need to let go or consider letting go here. Okay? Because as I've been indicating to you guys through most of these Gemini readings, you've been vacillating and been procrastinating on making a decision. You see what all of this stems from here, a past life. All right. And this is something that you need to let go. It's a shadow. All right. And what is a shadow, ladies and gentlemen? It's your evil twin. It's negative, toxic type energy. It's your doppelganger as it's used in literature. Okay? It's something that you need to release. But recognizing that and having the awareness that these energies surround you, not necessarily say for all of you that is existing in this life, but when you're kind of seeing yourself, you know, kind of feeling these energies, as I've already mentioned here, it's your shadow that's kind of working, and it's time that you release those energies. All right? So, getting back to what I was saying here, I just feel that you were just very corrupt, and as I said, you felt that you could. It seems that you felt that you could kind of change the world or control people or just change things. You always someone looked for the best in people, but it didn't work for you, and it's not going to work for you now. Okay, you're going to have to just keep it real and be realistic. Stop being unrealistic and allowing your delusions to get the better of you. Okay, so now let's go on and examine, ladies and gentlemen, how you might have died. Okay, we have, wow, the high priestess, ladies and gentlemen. You see the energies here. So this high priestess, she looks like she was a psychic, an investigator, or she could even have been a virgin or a researcher. Okay, so I feel that because the high priestess is more so associated with our reproductive organs here. Okay, I feel that you pass either due to something with your breasts, or some of you may have passed during childbirth, or it's just something I'm feeling during your reproductive systems that, or your female, or something within that area went wrong. I'm getting it. You could have died from a mental type issue as well. Okay, so now let's move on and just to see, ladies and gentlemen, what was the lesson that you learned, and what do you need to do to carry that lesson that you've learned into this life? Okay, that some of you may not be doing here. And this is the reason why, ladies and gentlemen, some of the cards keep appearing in your reading over and over and over. And you may notice that some readers are constantly giving you the same message. And the reason being, ladies and gentlemen, is because you're not listening. All right? You're not doing what the cards are telling you to do. And that situation or that card will constantly appear until you recognize it. It screams at you when you constantly see the same cards over and over. All right. So with that said, let's go on and just see what lesson that you learn again, and what you need to carry into this lifestyle. All right. Wow. You guys have death. Okay. And it's, I can't express this any more than what I've already expressed. You know, this card shows that you certainly learned to release the past. You did learn in a past life how to release past hurts and to kind of embrace the new, to embrace change. And you learned, ladies and gentlemen, that when one door closed, another one opened for you, you know? You learn, ladies and gentlemen, that you shouldn't lose hope during conflict, you know? Despite how, things might look at the time of occurrence. You learn, ladies and gentlemen, that you can't allow fear to control you and that you need it to take a leap of faith. And if you're struggling to do these things, now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time that you embrace the message contained within this card, as I've just mentioned. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, that you embrace change, that you let the past go, and that you don't allow fear to be the ruler and master of your life. All right? So, in conclusion, I'm going to go on and just leave you, ladies and gentlemen, with a final message from Spirit. And this reading, it really has no validity period, but it is valid until the end of this year, okay? So these are things that you might want to consider working on, Gemini, as you move forward. I'm going to be giving you guys another reading, and it's going to be more of a shadow-based reading to just give you, which this one is, but I'll give you another reading to kind of help you identify other areas that you're struggling with which you're struggling, and some avenues that you might consider taking to improve circumstances, okay? So Spirit, what final message would you like for me to share with Gemini? What final message would you like for me to share with Gemini? Okay, let's see. All right, we have this postcard here. I'm going to read it as it is written, Gemini. Dearest you, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and everyone and make things right. It's never too late. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story, one in which you were a victim of someone else's actions or possibly your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. Even advocating for good because of this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying the burden. Resentment and hurt are like viruses that spread to others. And that is the opposite of what you really desire, right? Imagine what your life would be like without the burdens that you carry when you do not forgive. You can do it. Everyone over here believes in you and adores you, Gemini. So this is the reading for this evening, Gemini. It's a bonus reading for you guys. Once again, I do certainly hope that it has offered you the insights that you've been seeking in terms of if you've ever wondered who you are and what type of experiences that you've experienced. Once again, be sure to like and share. Subscribe if you've yet to subscribe, okay? And if you need a more personal reading, you can definitely contact me at will.brown@watconsultinginc.net. Enjoy your evening, and I certainly look forward to hearing your comments. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed your birthday. Thanks a lot.